Hi, this is Sarah Young. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up Google Tag Manager. What you're going to do is go to Google and do a search for Google Tag Manager. And then this thing here, google.com/analytics/tag manager, that's where you want to be. So click on that and click on sign up for free. If you're not signed into Google, it may ask you to put in your Google username and password. Use the same one that you use for Google Analytics and Google Search Console, formerly known as Webmaster Tools. All right, so the first thing you want to do is add a new account. The new account is your website. Okay, so you'll be setting up a different account for different websites that you've got. I'm going to use babycircuit.com. This is the sample site that we use for Constant Profits Club, just to set things up, to show people how to set up a website. Doesn't really get much traffic because we didn't really do anything for traffic, but it's just a sample website that we use to show how to do things, and I'm going to use that to show you how to use Google Tag Manager. So I'm going to enter Baby Circuit. You enter the name of your site, and then decide if you want to share data anonymously with Google and others. I just personally never really want to share any data, even though they know everything about me. And then click on Continue. Enter a name for your container. I'm going to explain what a container is soon. For now, enter the URL of your site. So I'm going to enter babycircuit.com and select Web. Then click on Create. You're going to have a whole service agreement. Read it if you want to, and then click on Yes. What you're going to get now is the code that you will need for Tag Manager. And what I want you to do is go to your blog or your website and replace the Google Analytics code with Google Tag Manager. Okay, so if you are using the Google Analytics plugin, you're not going to be using it from now on, because you're going to be replacing the Google Analytics code with Google Tag Manager. Okay, you will still get all the information in your Google Analytics that you had before by replacing this code, but you will also get all the other things in addition to that. So you're not going to lose anything by removing the Google Analytics code. Okay? You're going to get everything the Google Analytics code gave you plus more. So there are two ways to do this, two ways to install the Google Tag Manager. I'm going to switch over to babycircuit.com and show you the two ways. So here I am at the Baby Circuit dashboard. So there are two ways that you can add the Tag Manager code to your site. If you've got a theme that allows you to put it directly into the options, for example, if you have one of the Thrive themes, then you put it right there. I've got one of the Thrive themes on this site. I'm going to go edit it right there. I'm going to click on Thrive Dashboard and Theme Options. And then I'll click on Analytics Scripts. All right, so what I'm going to do is go to Google Tag Manager and copy the part that says place this code as high in the head of the page as possible. And then I put it in header script. This is just a copy and paste. And here it says to paste this code immediately after the opening body tag. So you want to put it right here in the opening body script. That's it. That puts all your Google Tag Manager code in. Click on Save All Changes. If you have another theme that also lets you enter analytics and scripts into the theme options, then use that. If you don't have a theme that allows you to add header and body scripts, then you can do it with a plugin. Any plugin that lets you add headers and footers should work. I've got one here, head, footer, and post interjections. Once I install and activate it, let me go to the settings. Settings. Here we go, header and footer. And I do exactly the same thing. I put the Google Tag Manager head part into the head for every page. And then I scroll down a little bit after the body tag. goes this part that goes right after the body tag. So make sure your plugin lets you do that. Put things in the header and also after the body tag. When you're done, you click on save and that part is done. So two ways, either through your theme or with a plugin. Once you're done with that, click on OK, which will take you to your workspace. That's where you set things up for your website and you tell Google Tag Manager what you want it to do. On the left, you will see links that you'll be using. The first one, overview, brings you to this general area. Then you've got tags, triggers, and variables, which you will set up to tell Google Tag Manager what you want it to do. Variables store information. Triggers are things, events that happen on your website. For example, somebody clicks on a link, somebody hovers with their mouse over something, that could be a trigger. Somebody scrolls down the page, that could be a trigger. And tags are pieces of code that you want Tag Manager to execute. Don't worry, you won't be writing code. So now at this point, you do not have Google Analytics code on your website and you do have Google Tag Manager on your site. Google Tag Manager now is not doing anything. So the first thing that we want to tell Google Tag Manager to do is to track your visitors, just like Google Analytics has been doing so far. At this point right now, Tag Manager is not doing anything. It's not tracking your visitors. If anybody comes and visit your site, it will not show up in Google Analytics. So that's the first thing that we need to set up. I'm going to show you how to do that in the next video. So make sure that as soon as you finish this video and you changed your code from Analytics to Tag Manager, you right away move on to the next video and set things up so that Google keeps tracking your visitors, keeps recording how many people came to your site and what they did there, so that you don't have any interruption in your Google Analytics reporting. This has been Sarah Young.